my name is Red Kami. That is my gamer tag. And this is my first introductory video. I am doing this to... and I lost my train of thought. Don't mind me. Anyway, I'm not good at scripts, and I don't plan to do them too often, and I really don't think I'm going to do one for this one. So, I am doing this introductory video because I do long-form Minecraft videos. I know, it can be kind of boring. The thing is I like to play long-term, and it's very relaxing for me. So, yeah. And I am learning to edit, so please don't, you can laugh at my abysmal editing skills. I won't mind. Yeah, but I'm learning, okay? Don't come for me. Anyway, I am making this introductory video because I got accepted into a fan-made Vampires SMP named Oakhurst. Well, technically it's called Oakhurstlastlight, and you didn't see nothing. You saw no bar. Anyway, yes. Again, this is my first video. There's gonna be some problems. I'm already on my second take. This is the best you're getting. Anyway, I joined Oakhurstlastlight Season 2. This is their second season. I was not there for Season 1, unfortunately. But I thought I would make some videos of this because I've always kind of wanted to. And felt like it was a good excuse. But I am playing as a guard to a princess. I know. So much cringe. But there is princesses in this version. Because the setting for this Oakhurst, which by the way, the people who made this, amazing! They did an awesome job. But this is set in the year 1673, taking place in the country of Eichenwald, inside a German confederation consisting of many different rulers. So this is taking place before Vampires SMP. I'm not quite sure how far back, but it is taking place before. So, no relation at the moment to the original Vampires SMP. But it would be cool if there was. I think this is taking place even before one of the other families that is mentioned in the Vampires SMP, but I could be wrong. Anyway, so this server, which was found through Discord, was only accepting 50 people. And I put in my application, and I was accepted! I was so incredibly happy. So happy! Anyway, we got to make our own characters based upon the time, and with our own backstories. It's going to be amazing. To give a little bit of background of how this event works, there is going to be different acts, essentially. There is 3 weeks, or 3 weekends, I should say. The week 1 for the first act takes place on a Friday for 6 hours, a Saturday for 6 hours, and a Sunday for 6 hours. So, again, why long-form videos? I don't have the time to edit all of that. Anyway, week 2 is just the same. 6 hours on a Friday, 6 hours on a Saturday, 6 hours on a Sunday. And week 3, the last act, the very final one, is again 6 hours on a Friday, 6 hours on a Saturday, and 6 hours on a Sunday. Yeah, I'm gonna be so sad when that ends. I am making this video as an introductory, as being on session 2 on the first week. I know. I just kind of wanted to get a feel for it before I decided to make a video, and it's worth it. Anyway, don't mind my going in and out. We gotta keep you entertained. I would have Maze Runner, but, I'm not that good at editing. Keep your attention here, please. I know it is ruined. Anyway, so a little bit about me, because I did talk about the event, but I don't think I've talked about me. So, again, like I said, my name is Red Kami. That's my gamer tag. And this is my channel. I have tried making videos in the past and kind of given up on them a little bit, mostly because, oh my god, they are so much work. And to kind of explain, I am a stay-at-home mom. Yeah, I hear the old jokes. I'm 30 years old. I have a husband and a son. So, married. Married. No jokes. Married. Anyway, I know internet. Don't come for me. I know you. Anyway, so I don't mind the old jokes. Don't worry. No step on me, please. Comments. I might cuss quite a bit because I'm also a prior Navy logistics specialist, or LS. I did one contract and then decided to get out. Nothing against the military. I just wanted to spend more time with my family, and I'm sorry, military, family comes first for me. That became an issue. Anyway, to answer your question there, yeah. I was on a ship. For those people who were like, you weren't in the military if you didn't serve on a ship, I was on a ship. I was also stationed in the States as well. It was logistics. We're needed everywhere. Anyway, but that's just a little bit about me. How it partakes into my character, which, by the way, I hope you love my skin. This skin is for my character named Kiara Red. I know, not super imaginative, but I made it myself in Blackbench, and I love it so much. It took forever. One thing about this server is we have to have 3 different skins. I'm not showing them to you right now. You can see them when you watch my videos. In order to join the server, we had to have 3 different skins just in case we were turned into a vampire, just like Vampires SMP. And I had to make 3 different skins. I was not imaginative with them. The last one I was, and I love the last one, but you shall not see it yet. Save it for more videos. Anyway, my character, like I said, is Kiara Red. And one cool thing about this is I was accepted to join as one of the Supernaturals. I am joining as a werewolf. And a little bit about my backstory that I wrote was that my family, my pack, was in service to a lord who was in service to a local king. Again, in one of those colonies. Different from Oakhurst. So a king different from Oakhurst. My lord, I guess you could say, had a daughter, and I was tasked as the lady's guard because I was stronger in body and also a woman. So I could actually, be a guard. So the Lord was very progressive. Don't come for me, history buffs. I know there probably wasn't. I'm not looking that up right now. Anyway, but I was a ladies' guard, and my pack, in some capacity, every single one of them, worked for this lord. However, as the lord's wealth diminished, our pack was let go one by one. My lady, I was one of the last ones to go. My lady was married off to I guess you could say, other local lord who took very good care of her, and I felt I no longer needed to protect her, and did not want to really follow her. My pack decided to move from the Lord's City into a quiet mountain village, because one thing about being in the Lord's Manor that kind of sucked is, yeah, you couldn't really show off the abilities you always had to hold back that werewolfism gives you. And we wanted to go to a mountain village to, I guess you could say, be ourselves. We have no animosity towards humans. Well, but you know there's always bad seeds, just like there is in humanity. Anyway, I decided to start a family in that village. No, there was no incest. We had other people from other packs. One thing about the werewolf curse, as some would call it, I don't really call it a curse, is that in our pack, it is something given. It's not something you're born with. So my mother turned me, and my mother before her turned her, and you can only turn one person in your lifetime. And so we generally keep it for our families. My son was turned by his father. So I still have the chance to turn if we have a daughter. Because generally in our pack, we do it by father or daughter, or father to son, mother to daughter, and I have only had my son. Well, one day, when we were just living our lives, a fire broke out in our village, and we're not sure if it was caused by humans or maybe just an accident. We're very much leaning towards possibly some biased humans, because at the time we were having some issues with the local town that we would go down to. But unfortunately, due to the town burning down, I did lose sight of my husband and my son. I fully believe they are alive, and I am currently looking for them. And that is what led me to the king of my previous lord. The previous lord reached out to me about the king needing a request for someone to guard his princess as they made their way to Oakhurst. And I took up that job. I saw it as a way of protecting a princess, or like my lady, another person, and also traveling to see if I could find any information about my son and my husband, who I know are most likely also looking for me. But I'll be real, I'm a little bit directionally challenged, so I could be going in the complete opposite direction of them. Anyway, this will be relevant later. Yes, I am very directionally challenged, even if I have a map in front of me. I get lost very easily. In real life, too. Lore drop. Anyway, I decided to escort this princess, and I am guarding her throughout this entire, I guess you could say, trip to Oakhurst. She's very bubbly and cute. She pairs nicely with me, who is kind of quiet in my guard duties. I don't particularly like talking to too many humans. I may harbor a little bit of resentment for life and possibly the fire that was never confirmed to be a human or not, but I do hold a little bit of resentment. So I try not to take it out on them, but it is there. Anyway, keeping on. My character, so far, has been up to some hijinks. We have kind of kept it pretty calm these last 2 sessions, and I will probably be uploading those videos of those 2 sessions after this, after I do some editing. But it's been mostly calm. We built a house. We had some fun. My princess almost died. It's fine. Everything's fine. No, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not. But if you guys have any questions, please comment. I am not gonna shamelessly plug for you to subscribe. I am not one of those. I might make money for this. If so, yay! If not, it's somewhere to put my videos that I've been recording every time I do one of these sessions. And I don't just do these events like Oakhurst. I also do Evo events. I have my own server as well, called Dracoria. The thing is, though, is just like all servers, when they're not event-based, they die very quickly. So I might be resetting that server probably in the next 4 or 5 months or so. I am one of the longer played Minecraft players. So even after a server dies, I generally stick around just to build or have fun. So, yeah. But it's so sad when it happens. It really is. But I also understand. Life happens. So, don't ever feel bad for having to leave a server or because it feels dead to you. It just happens. It's a part of life now. On to the channel! You may see me play other games. I primarily do Minecraft, just because I've kind of fallen in love with it again. Yay, 2-week phase. But for me, it's years. It's 2 years. Anyway, but I also play quite a bit of other games that I might post up here as just like random little blips. Secondary thing, I love the Hermits. Go Etho! Yes, I feel like he was part of my generation, and it's just a feeling. I know no one knows his actual birthday, but it's just a feeling. I love Grian, I love Gem, Scar, oh my god, Scar, and Mumbo. I love Mumbo. You may see some of their art styles in my building, but I primarily do Japanese building. I actually have one creator that I will shamelessly put out there. His name is Corterzerino. Oh my goodness, you guys should look him up. He is the best when it comes to Japanese builds, which I haven't seen too many Japanese builds. Also, name. Yeah, I know you noticed that there was kami in my name. Yes, that is a Japanese word. I am using it in the context of supernatural, not God. So, random fact, Japanese kami means God, but it can also mean spirit. It is their all term for supernatural beings. Yes. Mwahaha. You got a random fact today. Pay attention. Alright, well, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and give me good luck for the hell that it's going to be me editing this video. Yes, yes it will. If you have any questions about the mods I'm using, or the shaders I'm currently using, or what's allowing me to go into my face like this, I can answer you in the comments. Have a good day!